What's up guys? Today we're gonna go over day one of my free booty blueprint training and I'm gonna teach you all the tricks to maximize results. This is one of the 3 full glute days and we're starting out with the Smith machine squats. So I always start with 3 sets of 15 reps with no weight for warm-up. Always. Non-negotiable. So I lay the bar on my mid-traps and a lot of people seem to be fan of placing their feet all the way forward. I'm not most people. I set my feet just a slight step forward and then when I go down, I push my hips back, which is the same thing. And now the bar lays on my back in a good spot instead of leaning against the bar, because that just feels stupid. So first set my feet at shoulder width apart, slightly turned outwards. I push my hips back, bend my knees, and I slowly lower down to knee height. Okay, second warm-up set. Don't rush these because you're gonna regret it when you get injured. So, controlled movements and squeeze at the top. Squeezing is not necessary, but I love doing it, so. So guys, I have to make a admission, sadly. This training, I'm gonna go a little bit lighter because I hurt myself here, especially with the RDLs, because we're gonna do RDLs as a second exercise, I believe. I can't hold a bar or can't hold a heavy bar without hurting myself more. So still gonna guide you through it, but it's gonna be a little bit lighter for me today. Last set, last warm-up set. There seem to be a lot of people driving through my street here, which is funny because it's not really my street, but I claim it. So stay out of my street. Okay. Oh, I have a funny little thing here. These mats, they're cut off, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use this mat because there's some white spot on there to cut off. And I cut off the other side. This is the guy you're buying a program from in the future, of course. Okay, so set 1, I believe, is 15 reps, which 15 reps is good if I don't have to do them. First set, guys and girls, probably girls only. Yeah, it's okay, it's not that heavy, you know, but this hook is not hooking. So go fund me for a new Smith machine. Okay, so one thing I do is as I get closer to my last set, I also get closer to failure. So now, usually the first set is around 5 to 6 reps away from failure. Every set I go heavier, but also I get closer to failure. So the last set is around 1 to 3 reps away from failure. What I'm also trying to say is don't go to failure on every set because you will be very tired and the chances that you're not gonna recover from your training are pretty high. So have to keep that in mind, especially with 3 glute days. You can't go all out all the time. Set 2, 13 reps. That was good. Well, it's the first real YouTube video with my lovely editor, Leonard, who is making it way more professional than I ever could. So you gotta give me time to get into it. That's what she said. Ugh. Last set, 11. I think so too. Okay. I don't even know why people want to download this training program. No, I've done this before. But it's definitely, well, it delivers results, but it's definitely intense. Although this is my gym, I really have a bad habit of not cleaning up after myself. So, guys, I'm gonna have to disappoint you even more than my bedroom performances. I'm gonna do this with just the bar and explain what I'm doing, or I'm gonna hurt myself too much. Basically, it's pretty simple, just like you. I grip the bar at slightly wider than my legs, as I'm not doing this. And as you know, I keep my upper body straight with the two Cake City cues. The Cake City cues. Then, feet placement. Just normal. Just a normal shoulder width stance. My feet are turned outwards slightly because that is my natural stance. Yours is with your legs wide open every weekend. Now, from here, imagine that your shins need to be vertical. So a good way to do this is, I'll show you a little trick. So a good way to learn this is to grab a bench, stand against the bench with your shins, and now you gotta hinge. You gotta push your hips back. You can't push the bench away or you can't get off of the bench. I keep my shins against the bench, and now a hinge movement is pushing your hips back while keeping your shins against the bench, not pushing it away or not getting your shins off the bench. This is a hinging movement. So now if you do it with a bar, especially for a glute focused one, because if you only have a slight bend, then it's more hamstring focused. So if you do a hamstring focused one, it could be a little bit different, since otherwise you're gonna fall forward. But especially for the glute one that we're doing today, keep the shins vertical, push your hips back, and thrust them back forward. Now with the bar. Okay, so now with the bar, look at my shins, look at my upper body. I get a small bend in my knees, slowly push my hips back until I can't push them back any further. For some, that means standing on a step for more stretch, right? Even more stretch than Tyrone gave you last weekend. Now, this only works in reels, doesn't work here. And then I thrust my hips back forward and squeeze my cheeks. Pretty easy, right? What do you say, Leonard? How was that explanation?
Well, I still have to start fitness, so.
That's gonna be a series for in a few weeks, getting my editor fit.
Really?
So I'm gonna do a few reps for you guys with big plates, so you know how it looks with normal plates. Grab the bar, back straight. Nothing more, nothing less. My first set would have been 12 to 15 reps. Again, 15 is the absolute max because an exercise like this is pretty taxing on your whole body when you go heavy. So I wouldn't go over 15. I would keep it between 6 and 15 reps. Okay guys, next step-ups, which is basically what your ex did when he dumped your ass. I use a bar, but if you want to be a really funny person, or just amazing, use the Smith machine in your gym as a bar to hold on for the step-ups. People are gonna love it. I set the bench, it's a bench, because now when I do the step-up, I don't touch the bench with the weight. I'll show you because I have weights here. So now when I'm doing a step-up and I step down, the weight is not touching the bench. Instead, if it's like this, it will touch the bench, so a little inside. Okay, so we're gonna start out 3 sets. Gonna go a little bit lighter again. I'm a weak little ginger. Right now I'm looking at the free PDF, guys. I'm looking at the free. Oh no, it's a screenshot, so I can't scroll. Anyway, free PDF. You can download it on my Instagram channel. It's a complete 12-week program for free. Thousands of votes. So if you want a free program, go to my Instagram and follow the instructions. Like, what more do you want? What do you want? Notebook, my favorite movie. Okay, so sit 1. That form was awful. So I usually take 30 seconds to 1 minute between legs. If you do single leg exercises, don't just go one leg, immediately the other. You're gonna lose a lot of results by just rushing it, honestly. Like, don't go huffing and puffing into the next set. Now one of the girlies, remember? Day 75. They don't know I'm here. Yeah, I'm integrating. Also, we have some very, very crazy ideas in the pipeline.
Don't tell him.
Okay. I'll say this. I'm gonna die. Basically, each video, you're gonna see me suffer and suffer. Last set, you guys. Oh my God. Sorry. Now we're gonna go to calf raises. Let's scoot over, shall we? Okay, so torture device. We're not just gonna train calves in a normal way. We're gonna do it in the ultra hateful way. So what does that mean? We're gonna use a weight which we can do around 25 to 30 reps. Then we're gonna increase the weight and immediately start the next set when the burn is gone. So no waiting. Now, this is fun. As you can see, my calves are insane. You see, when cute girls are watching me, I get really nervous, so that's my little compliment to you. So, we're gonna let it hang for 2 seconds, come up and squeeze real quick, hang for 2 seconds, squeeze real quick. Fuck. I don't even feel it. And I'm gonna do something really funny. I'm gonna use different tens. Let me know in the comments if you can handle that. Hey, because 10 from one company is not 10 from a different company, right? Last one. 8. Now we're gonna do 1 back exercise and then get the hell out of here. Okay, so last exercise is a back exercise, and you might be wondering why that is. Well, it's because I want to keep the ratio of 70 lower body to 30% upper body. We can't just be training only glutes and legs. We gotta get the whole hourglass shape, and back is a big deal in that. So we gotta train the lats and just the back in general. Now we're gonna do the 1-arm row on the bench. Pretty straightforward. I get my knee on the bench, my hands also on the bench. As I said in my reels, I know you love getting on both knees, but this is just one knee. Now I like to let the dumbbell completely hang and let my shoulder also round. If you don't do that and you keep your shoulder here, that's also fine. Like, this just adds a little bit more difficulty and more stretch, which in general gives more muscle growth, but just slightly. Now, so we're gonna do the first set. So let's start. I explosively pull the dumbbell towards my hip, make sure to touch, which is not that important. If you come to here, that's also completely fine. And I lower back down. Ooh. Last one. Lower the reps, because this. So what are you gonna do, Leonard? What are you gonna go for?
Take the biggest.
You wanna row 40? I don't think I can row 40. Let's try. Well, maybe. So that's maybe a little snippet of what's gonna happen in the future. People are gonna say things or do things, and then I have to suffer because of it. What can I say, Leonard? Okay, guys, let's go for 6 reps with 40. Last sit. That was it, guys. Now you've got your long form. Enjoy it, because I will never do this again. That's not true. All right, flat ass friends, I hope you enjoyed this follow along training and my first official YouTube video with my editor, Leonard. I am excited for the future. So if you want to stay updated and stay tuned, then subscribe to my channel and I will see you next time.